Look, buena suerte.
Kelley was the man who lost his title to Alejandro Gonzalez, and Lawrence Cole was the referee that night. He was also the referee the night that Morales became WBC Super Bantamweight champion. He's having to give up that title, Morales. It'll be fought for by Britain's Michael Brodie next Saturday against Willie Jorin in Manchester. You'll see that on Sky 2. Well, this is an interesting one. How does Morales cope with the crafty southpaw from New York, Kevin Kelley? Now based in Las Vegas, Kelley. Morales in the white trunks from Tijuana, the Mexican border town.
Break! Step back clean.
Kelley, remember, had Naseem Hamed on the floor 3 times on Naz's American debut, and I'm sure somewhere Naseem is watching this with great interest.
I'm sure he is. Kelley is very crafty, very knowledgeable, great experience, and really it is how is Morales going to handle the southpaw style, with somebody of such good experience.
For all Morales' attributes, he is easy to hit, isn't he?
Yes, he stands pretty straight up and can be caught with punches, and that's what Kelley will be looking for.
Just a question really of how much desire is left for Kelley. Good right hand getting through there from Morales, who's won 8 of his 10 world title fights inside schedule. But that of course was 4 pounds down at Super Bantam.
You would suspect with his height, with his reach, we knew that he struggled very difficultly at Super Bantamweight. So you think the 4 pounds would be a great advantage to him, and you'd really feel extra strength.
That chopping right hand just seemed to wobble the legs of Kelley momentarily from Morales. Maybe doing him a disservice, maybe he was a little off balance, but it looked a good shot from El Terrible.
And Morales just taking his time. He's looking to get the jab off and just get in the position, which is the right thing against the southpaw.
Quite meaty looking shots going in from Morales. Kelley really fancied the job when he fought Naseem Hamed. He floored Naz with a terrific shot in the first round. He'll be a little wary of Morales' power here. Definitely Morales' opening round and what we've seen so far. He's landing with all the significant shots. There's a very good right cross in there from Morales. Little left hook on the counter from Kelley, but it really was a very spasmodic success rate for him in that round. Well, I think that Erik Morales would be very, very happy with that first round. Look, he's got Floyd Mayweather's father, who of course has had an acrimonious split from his son in boxing terms. He's in the corner with Morales now.
That's right. We heard a while ago that he'd gone into training with Morales, and Morales was using his services. Well, that was a good round for Morales. He'll be happy with the start. He had Kelley on the back foot, opening up here. Kelley a little bit in disarray, not knowing where the punches are coming from. Morales looking cool and controlled.
It was all Morales really, that opening session. Kelley of course was beaten by Benito Rodriguez last year, so he may be coming towards the end. He's still a big name though, and he still says he wants that return with Naseem Hamed. Tell you what, he wins this, he gets it.
He certainly does. But all eyes are on Morales. He's the one that's penciled in for the fight with Hamed.
White trunks, remember then, of Erik Morales. He's been terrific value as a fighter for my money, Morales. And very, very rarely in a bad fight. A typical Mexican machismo attitude to it all. Taking a lot of shots, Kevin Kelley.
Kelley just looking to try and land with the odd counter, just catch Morales unawares, but Morales is good pressure, getting the centre of the ring, pushing Kelley onto the back foot.
He's going to need all his ring craft and intelligence here, Kelley, if he's going to fiddle Morales out of this somehow. Remember, Morales was due to be fighting Puti Espadas for the WBC Featherweight Championship on this very night, but Espadas injured, so they're fighting here for what they're calling the interim title, which frankly to me is a bit of a nonsense. Espadas is the champion until he loses it in the ring, unless he really dodges all the other contenders for a long time.
There's a decent right hand from Morales, just needs to step in with those punches, but he's getting closer.
This is impressive from Morales, letting go with combinations and accurate ones at that. That's nicely worked by Kelley. Hasn't lost it all, has he? The way he got out of trouble in the corner and got in with that left hook. Kelley's not noted as a puncher, but he's certainly had his moments. He's also been on the floor quite a few times in his career, but on a few notable occasions he's got off the floor and won. Again, that chopping right hand from Morales. It's a kind of featherweight audition, this, for Morales, but one he's confidently expected to handle. Some of the Vegas bookmakers had him at 30-1 on to win this fight.
Well, this fight may just give some idea as how he might handle Hamed, fighting Kelley, a southpaw who's got quick reflexes and a lucid style like Hamed,
but not the same power, not by a long chalk. Phil Borgia, the trainer. I think I've got the spelling wrong there, haven't they? Phil Borena, that isn't right, is it? It is Phil Borgia, the Kevin Kelley trainer. Good trainer too. He worked out a great strategy for the Hamed fight.
Come on, let's go.
Damage to the left eye, only minor damage for Kevin Kelley. Calls himself the Flushing Flash. He's from the same area as New York, where they're holding the US Open tennis at the moment. Round 3 of this. Morales having things much his own way so far.
Kelley getting through with the occasional counter, which looks quite flashy.
Well worked. The 2 left hooks from Kelley, who's got bags of ability. That's very, very clever left hand counter again from Kelley. Decent start to this round. He needed something.
It's maybe just starting to get a little more confidence, Kelley, and that's what he needs. He needs to start throwing a few more punches. You make Morales think more.
No punching, step back.
He'll be looking to kind of old man Morales out of this somehow. But he walked onto a right hand there. That wasn't like Kelley. Just occasionally switching to lead with the left hand momentarily, then going back to southpaw. He's trying to somehow present Morales with a box of tricks.
Yes, in this round, trying to upset the rhythm of Morales. Do something different, catch him on the counter, in and out of range, and so far doing it quite well.
Tell you what, Naz, if he's watching, will be encouraged by how often Kelley is able to land with the fast hands.
What we saw in the Barrera fight, Morales can be hit, but you know, he proved in that fight has a very good chin and is a very tough young man.
Morales quieter in this round, and Kelley doing more, particularly with that left hand. Always remember what Wayne McCulloch told us. He said that Morales hit harder than Nassim Hamed, but Hamed was stronger.
And Morales starting to get home with some decent shots now, just putting Kelley under a bit of pressure.
He's trying to lift it in the last minute of the round, Morales, but I think so far Kelly's just nicking this one.
Yes, I think it's been the better boxing for him. Picked his counters well. Just Morales slowing down in this round, a bit more thoughtful.
This is good from Kelley, showing far more ambition here in the third.
Break! Step back, step back, step back. Time!
Yeah, I give that to Kelley just.
When you flow,
a rather quieter Erik Morales in that third round.
When you flow, your counters come. When you sit rock hard, you give yourself difficulties. Do you understand? Okay? All right? Keep the flow.
Morales is trained by his dad, Jose.
And then your hands come natural, just like we've been doing. Okay?
Well, that's Morales putting Kelley under a bit of pressure, but for the most part of the round, Kelley was boxing comfortably, looking for good counters, and handled himself very well, and probably won the third.
Fourth round coming up here in the Texan town of El Paso. Real Latin fight country, very passionate crowd and fans here. White trunks, remember, of Erik Morales, who's looking to be as big a star at featherweight as he was at super bantam. And as you can see there, protecting an unbeaten record, Morales. Kelley just beaten 4 times in 57 fights so far. It's a great record, really.
Well, I think Morales people will just be looking for him to start picking it up now, put the pressure on. He just dropped back in the last round, started well. I give him the first 2, but Kelley looked better in the third.
He's looking a little more circumspect than he was early on, isn't he, Morales? I don't know whether he was just caught and stung by a punch. That can sometimes happen with a fighter, and you can't really notice it at ringside, but he did seem to just go quiet, didn't he, for a while?
Yes, he has. He's just stepped under the back foot somewhat, just thinking more, just looking for his way, and I think one of them counters has caught him. He has been, tagged on the chin a few times, Morales.
Out of range with the jab, Morales, but not that second time. That was ramrod and straight, and with power too.
Break! No punching, step back. Break! Step back, Kevin.
Nicely done by Kelley, doubling up with the jab and then following in with the left hand.
Still this quiet spell from Morales, just looking around. I think his brain's working, thinking of something different to do, bring something different into his game plan.
That's nicely worked again by Kelley with the left hook at Morales. Blazing fists by way of response. So often the way with these Mexican fighters. And he's coming on strong now in the last few seconds of the fourth round.
Let go of him. Time.
All the best action in the last half minute there. Glenn, what have you thought of this Morales performance so far? Is he finding it harder up at featherweight, do you think?
Well, I think he's in with a very experienced fighter. He's in with somebody bigger than he's used to, probably stronger. He's thinking about it more. Remember that Kelley is very cute, a very good counter puncher. and he's given him a few problems, but overall it's still a decent performance. He's still managing to cut the ring off and find Kelley when he wants to.
Into round 5. Kevin Kelley playing it cagily, crafty so far. Seeing if he can try to nick a round or two. So far we've just given him the 1, the 3rd.
Break! No punching, no punching. Step back.
Kelley says that sometimes my brain works twice as fast as my feet and I get caught. I think he has slowed up a bit last couple of years, hasn't he?
Yes, I think certainly he has slowed up physically. His mouth hasn't slowed up. He's still a very good talker.
Well, he knows how to sell a fight, that's for certain. That's good left hook and the right hand from Morales.
Well, this is where Morales is really effective, when he uses leverage, when he gets in, he looks for a fight. He's rugged, he's strong, but he's just got to watch that defense.
I think the reason he hasn't been charging in at Kelley for the last couple of rounds is he's become wary of the counter. He's trying not to get suckered by that so much. Oh, it's a great right hand. Big right from Morales. Caught Kelley on the ropes there. He absorbed it very well, but that will have taken something out of him. Body punch and then another right hand, and Kelley's down. But I think the real trouble was caused by that very first right.
4, 5.
That was next to the right, but the body punch was crunching as well. That really buckled him up.
Mandatory 8 count for Kelley in the 5th round. Morales breakthrough. Now does he go out and finish it? Can Kelley recover at this late stage of his career? How much more of these heavy shots will he want to be taking? Well, his head seems to have cleared. Yes, a great right hand from Kelley too. What an answer, what a comeback.
And this is a very good round. We know that Kelley's got bags of heart. We saw that in the Nazim Hamed fight. He can get up and fight on, and he's doing it here.
Well, he's just looking to stand and go to war with Morales. That's brave indeed. Ooh, another big left hand from the Mexican.
He's so sharp when he puts his punches together. Morales really gets them off fast.
And with youth on his side. Terrific round. Knockdown for Morales. A 10-8 round for the Mexican. I'm sure on the scorecards, despite Kelley's brave attempt to come back.
Poquito para abajo la cabeza, sí.
Thought I saw a little smile play around those lips there, didn't you?
Well, he really is. He's very cool. He likes his boxing. He's a nice guy outside of the ring, but he's a real terror when he's in there. And he heard Kelley put on the pressure, and that was an excellent round for Morales.
He is a nice guy out of the ring too. He plays cards a lot. He's forever joking. There's the body shot. That one hurt him, and then a little right for good measure. But before that was that huge right, I think, that really stunned Kelley.
Yes, he'd been with that. That was the one that stood him up. Then the body punch, and then the little left hook. But it was a good combination that did the damage.
To round 6. Morales in the white trunks. I suppose the bad news for Naz is that Morales clearly retains the power. 4 pounds up. He says he's a lot stronger, and there's no reason really to disbelieve him.
Now just settling down, using his jab. He's very experienced, Morales. He knows how to soften his opponents up, and using that jab to good effect.
It's a stiff-looking jab too, isn't it? It's not just a range finder, but one of those pouring punches that you sometimes see from some fighters. He even throws the jabs with a bit of evil intent, doesn't he?
Yes, he's really letting that punch go. He's got to throw it now with intent.
Break! No punch.
He's hurt Kelley. He's got to keep the pressure on. He's got to try and work well behind that jab, but then look for the right hand.
Break! Let's go.
One or two signs that Morales is just acquiring
Stop!
a little bit of ring savvy. They're just warning from Morales for holding behind the head, maybe trying to pull Kelley onto a punch or two. There's a really good right cross from Morales as well. And again, close in.
Kelley landed with his own little right hand, which was a good punch. That made Morales think for a second.
I'll tell you what all this is doing. It's whetting my appetite for a Morales-Hamed fight, because that would be some kind of war, wouldn't it? Surely.
That would be a superb fight, and let's hope that it does come off. But Morales has got to get past Kelley first.
He has.
Break! Step back. All right. No more, all right? Bucks!
Kelley not happy, was he, about that?
He's getting his own back a bit there for Morales, pulling on.
That shot to the head really rocked Kelley's head back on his shoulders. Morales obviously the heavier hitter of the two, but we kind of knew that going in. He's catching him a lot here. 3-punch combination this time. Morales in control. Heavy hitting on top. Welcome back to El Paso. And Erik Morales is in a pretty good fight here against Kevin Kelley. I must say early on here, I wondered if Kelley might just look an old man on the night and be blown away pretty easily, but it's been a spirited effort from him. He's not just been there for the Fay night, has he?
He hasn't. I mean, Morales is bringing the best out of Kelley. He's finding it hard, but he's still landing some good punches himself.
Kevin Kelley, who broke training camp a couple of weeks ago to do some radio commentary with my colleague John Rawling on the Nassim Hamed fight with Augie Sanchez. He does like the media work, and you could say he's cut out for it too. It's good work from him there with the jab. Seemed to brush at something at his face there, Morales, as if one of those punches might have just troubled him momentarily. Crowd animated, enjoying this one. I think it's been a better fight than a lot of people might have imagined. Oh, look at this from Morales here. Terrific combinations, all too much for Kelley, who's on the floor for the second time.
4, 5, 6.
Counts at 6.
7,
Can he make it?
8, 9. Right,
with the count at 9, he gave himself the maximum recovery time, Kelley, like the experienced fighter that he is. But was it enough? Morales is after him now in the 7th, looking for the finish. Kelley has to throw back.
Morales really going for the finish now, putting good punches together. It's a non-stop barrage from Morales.
He's picking these shots, planting his feet, and Kelley is somehow trying to ride the crisis. That's another big one though. Referee taking a closer look. Kelley's covering up, he's marked up around the face, and he's definitely stunned.
Well, he's brave, he's fighting back on the ropes, Kelley.
Real heart this from Kelley. He's having to go into the depths of his soul to survive, but he hasn't survived the round. It's over in the 7th. Erik Morales has his first significant win at featherweight. And there were some big shots that engineered that finish in the 7th round against a very gutsy Kevin Kelley. Well, Morales took 3 rounds longer than Hamed did to finish the job, but it is 3 years later.
Yes, it was still an impressive finish when he got his man going. He kept the pressure on Erik Morales, and Kevin Kelley, who was not answering back, he was complaining that the referee may have stopped it too soon, but he took a lot. He was getting hit and he wasn't throwing the punches back, and that was the important thing. And you can't really let a guy like Erik Morales have 3 punches.
There we are, Hamed, bring it on. Even the American fans want to see that fight. We all do. So come on fellas, get round that negotiating table and make it happen. Princess Hamed. Well, I've always said to Naz, don't worry about why they come to watch you, as long as they do and you're making the money out of it. It's pretty good, wasn't he?
He was good when he got his man in trouble. I mean, Kelley surprised me that he still had so much left. He still was sharp, he still threw good counters, but Morales, when he got his man under pressure, he kept that pressure on, and he does look good when he's going in to finish his opponent.
But he still takes plenty of shots, Morales, and there would be grounds, I think, for some optimism for Hamed, as hard as he hits.
Well, you know, he's an orthodox fighter, Morales, but he does get hit on the chin. Kelley found that chin a few times, but he's tough, he takes a good shot, and it really would be a tremendous fight with Morales and Hamed.
That was the second knockdown of the fight for Kelley, who still tried to come back.
When he has his man going, Morales, he just won't let up, he just keeps the punches going. Kelley under pressure, trying to cover up, but there's good shots going in. Kelley still trying to fight back, but Morales just non-stop.
Hard to see where Kevin Kelley can go from here at top level. We know where Morales is going. I'm sure he will fight Huti Espadas once Espadas is fit. I think he's going to be fit in about a month's time, they say. So they ought to make that fight happen so that Morales would then, if he wins it, have the WBC title. Hamed would have the WBO championship. And, well, it'd be some unification match.
Well, there was still talk about him fitting in a return with Marco Antonio Barrera just before that, so he likes to keep busy in the best possible fights, does Erik Morales.
Well, I don't think Hamed would mind too much if he did fight Barrera again first.
Well, we certainly wouldn't, would we?
Certainly wouldn't. It would take something away. You don't want too many like that in your career. Those are aging fights, but he's still only, well, he's 24, had his 24th birthday yesterday. I guess you could say that was a belated present, the win over Kevin Kelley. Of course, Ruben Olivares is one of those guys who was a bantamweight, brilliant bantamweight, wasn't he? Fantastic action fighter. Maybe not quite the same at feather. I wonder whether it might work out something similar with Morales. We'll have to see. We don't know really yet. He certainly did not too much wrong there in disposing of Kevin Kelley in 7 rounds. Having said all that, it was a fight he was expected to win, and he did it in pretty emphatic fashion in the end. It'd be interesting to hear what the two fighters have to say afterwards, particularly Kelley, how he compares Morales and Hamed. Let's get the official announcement now.
Referee Lawrence Cole steps in and calls a halt to the contest. The official time, 2 minutes 30 seconds of round number 7. The winner, who is now the interim champion de Zona Norte, Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico, Erik El Terrible Morales.
So Morales will be dragged over to Larry Merchant's microphone at some point in the near future. I hope we hear from Kelley too here.